What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I have to go outside. Let me get back here a little bit. I have to go outside and water the chickens. So I'm actually going through the back door, like for the first time ever. We don't ever use this door, but it's handy. That way I don't have to go through the garage, the big garage door, to come out here and water the chickens. We have an extreme cold front coming in, and you can see I still got a mess everywhere. I got so much cleanup to do. As soon as spring hits, we're gonna be busy outside doing a lot of stuff. But anyways, we got a big cold front coming in. We got ice coming tonight. So I come out here, I already fed the chickens, but then I'm bringing some water out here to water them. I don't have electric out here, so I can't put one of those heater waters out here, so I just gotta come out and give them water every day. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, I'm gonna take you guys in, and I'm gonna show you the little creatures I finally put into their cage. Yes, I got the little quail cage put together. I didn't get a chance to film it, actually putting it together, but I did film bringing it out in the garage and putting the little quail in there. So I'll show you that later on in the video. But real quick, I'm gonna water these chickens. So one thing in the winter you have to do with chickens, make sure they got plenty of feed, because feed helps them keep warm. So you got to keep them with protein and all that. That way they can stay warm during the winter, because it's not necessary to put like a heat lamp on chickens. I have, when I first got them, not really knowing that it wasn't really necessary. Not in my area anyways. Now if you live up north and you're getting minus 20 degrees, yeah, heat lamp probably ain't that bad of an idea. So yeah, that cold front has moved in. It's already probably in the 20s right now. A lot of times it's the wind that's so bad here in Oklahoma. It could be 30 degrees outside and it feels like it's like 5, just because the wind's so bad here. I was at work today and we were doing some stuff out in the tree lines, and it was just like 34 degrees. But it felt like 5 degrees because it was so windy. It's terrible. I'm gonna make some dinner here. I got some chicken and I got some sausage. You guys ever try this beef sausage? It's actually really good. Lily, hold on a second. Let me let them out. Lily and Gabby went outside. Go outside. But Hadley already fed Rambo. He's probably gonna be screaming for some food anyways. I got some milk made up for him in there. Let's go grab it real fast. I'll just top it off a little bit. It ain't gonna hurt. We'll see if he wants some more or not. And then I'm gonna feed the sheep and feed Jesse, and then I'm gonna go in here and show you the little quail creatures I got. Uh-oh, someone's here. What's up, ladies?
What up, what up?
I got my niece and I got my niece right there, my nephew Aiden over there. But we'll go out here and see if he wants a little bit more, and then we're going to feed these so they'll quit yelling. Every time they see me, they just go plumb nuts, because they know I'm a sucker. I'll come out here and give them some grain. Even though when they don't always need the grain, they still get it just because it's cold out, and just like the chickens, it's going to help them stay warm. Still got to get that shelter fixed. We got a few days off this weekend, so maybe we can get it done then. All this time and Jesse still lets these sheep just bully him around. My gosh, Jesse. Oh, let's go back inside where it is warm and get in the garage and let's look at these quail. It's a lot warmer in here. Let's see these quail. And we got some, I did a little talking last night in last night's video about everything, but it was late and I don't even remember what I said. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over everything right now, and then I'll just show you the footage of me catching a little quails and putting them in here. So let's take a look at this cage I got going on. So I had the heat lamp up here, but they's all bundled up. when I got home because they were cold. So I moved it over to the edge, so hopefully that they can just stay right in there. But this thing is pretty sweet. It's got pull outs where I could pull this. I could pull their, let's see here, it's got a little lock on there. I could pull this out if I want to. And also, it's got a tray that you just pull out. And it's got feeders in there. I know Mark from Bumble Junction. If you guys haven't checked him out, go check him out. Tell him I sent you. But he has a setup similar to this with the feeding troughs. And I see a lot of people put them on the outside to save with the mess cleanup. But I got a tray, so I don't know. That might just work. I got the water in there still, and they're using that just fine. That feeder, they about went to town on it. It's about done. So they got these. I put a little board up right there. That way they could jump up there and reach the feed if they want to. But this comes with 2 doors, actually 4, right here and right here. Get in there, but also on each side it has doors where you can open them up. Take a look here. So I can reach in there and get eggs or whatever I want. So yeah, it's on wheels, and it was super easy to put together. So I was going to order another one like it, but Mark turned me on to some cages that he has. So I ordered those. There's going to be 6 cages, probably about the same size, where this will be my grow out pen, and then I could put it'll be the breeding pens that whenever I get them next week or this weekend, I'll be able to put some, once these get bigger, where I can sex them. I don't think I can sex them yet. They're just not starting to feather out really well. So when I can sex them, I think people put 1 male to 5 to 6 females, and that's what I'll do with these breeding cages. I got 6 of them coming in, and I'll share all that with you guys whenever I get those in. The plan is to put these in the pole barn, but right now it's just so cold out. The weather's bad. I'm going to clean up the new garage a little bit. As soon as I get them cages in, I'll put them up right here, set them all up, and show them to you guys. So the quail will be in the garage for right now, just until we can get over to the pole barn when it warms up and start cleaning it up a little bit. But yeah, I'm very satisfied with this cage. It's awesome. It looks good. And some of the concerns you guys might have is that it might be too tall. It's 18 inches tall by 18 inches wide, and whatever that is all the way across. So I was talking to Mark about, he's been raising quail for years, and he was telling me a lot of times people are concerned with the quail flying up and breaking their neck, but he said that's with people that don't really pay attention to their quail a whole lot. They're not hands-on as much as they probably should. So if me and the girls are out here messing with these, they'll get used to us in there, and he said it really startles them whenever they're not used to you. So that's when they'll fly up real hard and come down and break their neck. But he doesn't think there'll be an issue with this at all. So like I said, if you guys get a chance, go bump up Bumble Junction subscribers and tell them Dutch sent you. I'll put a little iCard up there so you guys can check out one of his videos. He's just not getting back into the groove of things. He had to take a little break. But yeah, this right here, I love this setup. It looks nice, and I think it's going to work just great. And it also comes with a divider. So if I want to make this a breeder cage, I could put one right through there too and divide them into 2 cages. So it's got little perches, but I don't know if I'll ever use perches or not. And so everything so far on it has turned out really great, and I think it's going to be a good setup. You guys leave me comments down below. Tell me what you think. Get in here and get one of these quail, and I'll show you guys. Got one of the little bit bigger ones. These things grow super fast. You can see they're already they're already feathering out. So I mean, it was time. I think my last video, this one's flying all over the place. I caught the little creature. Let's put it back in there. I was telling you in my last video, they were getting really close to flying out. Well, that night, one of them flew up and flew out, picked it up, put it back in there. It flew out 3 times. Once it figured out it could fly out, it just kept doing it. So now I had to put some stuff. I put this together and got them in there. So overall, I'm happy with this. One thing I'm not real sure about is what they got what they're sitting on over here. It's about, I don't know, well, it looks probably like a 1/2 inch or maybe 1/4 inch gap, but it's just long ways. It's not crossed like you would see in traditional hardwire. So one thing, I've been watching them. They're actually walking on it really good, and only every now and then they might slip through it, but to me it doesn't seem like it's that big of an issue. Because they're small animals, but they actually got some pretty big feet for what they're walking on, and I'll show you guys. They don't really have an issue with it, but that's one thing I could come back and I could put some 1/4-inch hardware cloth in there, whatever people use for quail. I kind of look it up. You guys haven't noticed, I am new to quail. This is my first quail I've ever had, and the purpose, people keep asking, what are you gonna do with quail? Well, I'll probably end up selling eggs, maybe even sell some breeders, but main part, I want to eat them. I'm raising the meat. We did meat chickens last year. Now this year, I'm going to do some quail, and I really like quail. I don't know if my wife's ever eat quail, but I know my girls will dig into some for sure. So that I'm pretty excited about that, and also. I like pickled quail eggs, so that's one option I'll have. And also, you just eat the eggs hard boiled without pickling them, or you can fry them up. They're little, obviously. I think it takes 3 or 4 to equal 1 chicken or something like that, 1 chicken egg. So yeah, that's the purpose of them, is raising them for meat. And the girls, it's really good learning experience for the girls. The girls love the animals, and this is just one more thing that they'll get to help raise on the homestead and get to help do everything with them. They're really interested in this stuff, and Hallie wants to be a veterinarian. So what better way to learn is at home on your own animals, not actually like dissecting them, but just raising them, taking care of them, and knowing how to treat animals proper and safely. So that's a good thing. So yeah, I just love the animals. So I'll zoom in here and I'll show you guys them walking around. Tell me what you all think about that the grading that they're on. I mean, for the main part, they're walking on it pretty decent. You might see one slip through there every now and then, but not like you would think. See, that one's just walking across there nicely. They're getting up here by the heat lamp. It's supposed to get cold, but they're in the garage, so they're going to be okay. That water is staying pretty dang clean. Also, doesn't have all the shavings like this over here. It is. I actually got to clean it out because I got another batch of quail about to hatch. Yeah, what do you guys think about that? To me, they're walking on there rather well. You can see that one's kind of just perched up there. Oh, it fell through. See, they might do that every now and then, but nothing like you would think. They're actually getting used to walking on this. And to me, it doesn't look like it's causing any pain whatsoever. I mean, I think it's a good deal. All right, guys, so that's the quail update. You all been asking for one for a while now. Finally got them in their grow out cage, and I'm going to show some footage of transporting them into here and moving them all over in that. So I hope you guys like the rest of that. It's not very long. So you guys, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing right over there. If you hit that little subscribe button, it really helps me out a bunch, helps the family out. Every time you guys leave nice comments and thumbs up, we greatly appreciate it. And I'll keep you guys updated. If this is something you guys are interested in, is quail and raising quail, you're thinking about getting quail for the first time, this might be a great option. I got this for like $120 on Amazon. And if I think about it, I'll put a link down below. Some of y'all might be interested in, or you can follow me along for the next few weeks, months, and see how this turns out before you purchase one. It's a bird breeding cage is what it is, but I got the quail in there, obviously. So I really hope it works out well, because I like the way it looks. It looks nice. It's not just something I threw together like Brandy would get mad at me. Hey, you need to make that look nicer. It's actually a pretty nice looking cage, pleasant to look at, and I can't wait to get the other ones in and show you all those too. But so if you're interested in quail, leave me comments down below if you want more quail videos. Stay tuned. I'm getting ready to show you guys moving the quail cage out here and putting them in there. Y'all, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.